First thing is Damian Lillard. He's going to get pretty much shut down for the rest of the season. And Shams even said on one of his segments on, I don't know, what is it, FanDuel or something? Yeah. You have to wonder if he's going to play another game for the Trailblazers. I expect it to be a real conversation this offseason.
He needs to leave. He needs to leave.
That's the Dame news. What do y'all think about that?
So do you think he's going to leave?
I mean,
he needs to.
He's not going to willingly leave, but there could be a chance that the actual team decides to trade him. But he's never going to request a trade. There's no shot.
I think he will be disgruntled, though.
I've seen this.
I disagree.
I think he'll be irritated.
I severely
disagree.
disagree.
Why?
Do you know?
Well, do you think he sees a future?
He doesn't care.
He said
multiple times, I'm cool with being in Portland. I want to stay here. I want to build here. I don't want to team up with another superstar. It's just not going to happen. I put money on it that he's not going to request a trade.
So hold on, would you put money on it that he finishes his career in Portland?
No, because I'm saying the team could trade him just to say, like, dude, like, we suck. We're going to rebuild. We'll trade you away to get more players. Yeah. But I would just bet money that he won't be the one to ask out.
No, but I do think that he'll be irritated. I do. Because I think that
he's not irritated at this point, though.
Because they're not helping him.
He can still be irritated and not request.
Yeah, that too.
I've seen him.
Who's been in that position where they've just stayed like loyal to
a shit team,
and they just haven't got him help like at all? There's got to be somebody. Fuck.
Who's like a superstar, like a superstar.
Luka's a good one. Luka's a good one.
It's too early to say for
a superstar.
Luka's gonna get irritated. I feel like Luka will get irritated.
No, but as long as you compete,
we'll talk about Luka later.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Going on with them.
If you compete, like the last few years, he was competing with CJ, and you'll be all right as a star.
He just needs to be a playoff team, and he'll be satisfied. But
won't leave.
Will they build it?
Because in the past, like a lot of players that were older, they wouldn't leave their teams, and they were like competing. Like Julius Erving, Clyde Drexler, like they'd stay on their teams.
Why do you think people aren't like trying to go play with him? Actively.
Because Portland. It's not because of him. I don't think
nice
small market.
Yeah.
I saw this interview one time when he was in a podcast. He was saying a story back before he was drafted. He had gotten an offer from his school when he first joined. He accepted it, and then after a bunch of other better named schools were trying to reach out to him, tell him to come, but then his dad.
Talking about Weber State.
I think so. Yeah, I think so. And then he wanted to go. He told his dad said, "You ain't doing that." He's like, "You're staying where you told him you're gonna stay, and you're gonna like be a man of your word." And then he said the same thing. He's like, "I was drafted by Portland, and I want to stay in Portland no matter what happens." So I think he literally said he's like no matter what happens, I just want to stay where the team that chose me. Like I gave my word to
as a man, like for principles and stuff like that, but for a business in the NBA,
I agree.
You want to win, like.
Did you see his stats this year? He has 32 points, like 7 assists, and like 5 boards. Like, dude, that's like a really insane season. He's
having the best season of his career. Actually,
it's his best season of his career. That is not going to matter in the grand scheme of things. He's out of the not even top 10.
But the thing about that is like he's talked about this on like JJ Redick's podcast. Like we put too much emphasis on like. Oh, if you don't win a championship, the rest of the shit that you've done doesn't matter, and I don't believe that's the case. But I'm saying that's the whole point.
That's the grand thing.
Like all these player seasons, only one team is gonna win the championship. So like the whole point is like people.
Yeah, like
no, of course he wants to.
That's the thing. That's the thing. One team wins the chip, and then everyone else who doesn't, it's like
you can't say that his stats won't matter.
Yeah.
Do you agree with that though, Bess?
Agree
with that winning the chip doesn't matter.
No, I'm just saying that. Winning a championship isn't the only thing that matters. Like he's going to be the greatest Portland Trailblazer of all time. He's going to lead them in scoring, have every record.
When I say that about Bradley Beal, it's a problem.
But I think it's saying do we respect those players more than the people that won as much? Obviously, we put the winning as a higher pedigree than like look at who's all time Charles Barkley or like Karl Malone. I don't want
but he made it to finals appearances.
Okay, yeah, Malone did make it to the finals. Lillard's been Western Conference Finals, but okay, true. But I don't know what to say, man. I feel
the meme of like one scoring title, one rookie of the year.
Oh man,
no beard.
20 years later, yeah, I know.
With the beard.
That's not good. That's not good, man.
The thing about it is though, like there's not enough players in the NBA that stay loyal. So like, yes, we want Dame to be somewhere else and win, but it's like I also appreciate the fact that he's one of the few players that still will remain loyal. Giannis is too, but
in my opinion, it's just dumb. It's like staying loyal to a girl who's like cheating on you constantly. Like it's just like
we're not helping the relationship.
It's like being if you're in a relationship, like you're giving your all. If like you expect your partner to put up the same effort, but it's like if your partner is not putting in that effort, you're gonna have conversations with them. And if they don't,
but I think they are putting in effort.
They're
They just
trying
suck.
to get stars. They're trying to get stars.
Okay, but it's like if
they
someone
try.
say, "Oh, I'm trying," but it's like if
As a
they're
small
trying
market,
and they still don't.
There's not much they can do.
It's hard
That's
to
my
get people
point.
over to
Eventually
Portland.
time to
It's
go.
very hard.
It's more of the, it's like she's ugly.
No,
Well,
but
she's
you have to
ugly.
do it.
There you go.
Portland is ugly.
You've known this bitch for
Or she's like insecure and you can't help her become.
Yeah, it's like
better about herself.
it's like she's
cheating on you.
And you leave. That's what you're supposed to do.
No, she's so
Like,
cool.
but you're loyal, though.
People don't work like that, bro. People don't work like
That
that,
is
bro.
really how people work.
I think that
No,
you should be
because-
loyal to a fault, like until
That's what I'm saying. It's
a
like
couple
what is,
amount of years. Like
if
there's
you
no
want
reason why
somebody
you
to
stay in
be
your
better
shit
and they
for
don't
one
want to be, or like they're not
That's-
trying hard enough, then
That's where it
You did
depends
wrong.
on
No one's
how
gonna
they
blame you,
do
bro.
with the team. If they don't
Lillard
do
is
it,
10, 11 years
team,
maybe now,
for
12?
sure they're cheating on that motherfucker. Like,
That's what I'm saying.
For sure, in that.
But I don't think
regard.
they're not doing that good of a job as they could.
I would say the
Before I say
same.
something.
They're not doing that good of a job in general.
But I mean,
So
like they said,
if you guys were a star in the NBA, would you guys be loyal to one team?
No,
Depends
how they treat me.
Depends,
Just think
bro.
how many people who are superstars or like top 75 people stayed on one team. It's like 4.
But that doesn't mean that
It's
Dame
like-
has to
like four
follow
people.
them. That doesn't mean
And-
Dame has to do the same shit and request a trade.
Yeah, but the only people literally in NBA history who stayed on one team for this long was winning mad championships.
Yeah, like Steph is.
Timmy,
He'd probably leave.
Timmy,
Yeah,
Steph, Kobe, like
And Kobe requested a trade. Too.
yeah, like they're the only he requested a trade. MJ, the only niggas who stay on one
left.
team is when they're winning mad championships. Everybody else in the top 75 has been on like 2 or more teams.
By
It's,
Melo,
like rare,
Melo.
it's rare that
Melo.
somebody has 2.
Lillard's played 11
He's trying to
seasons.
break the
Do you think
mold.
that's enough?
Carmella. Huh?
Do you think Lillard playing 11 seasons with Portland is enough to be like,
I think-
okay,
I
you
would
did
say-
your
Yeah.
did your tenure.
Yeah.
Now
He's
it's
gonna be the greatest
LeBron did the
Blazer of
same
all
thing.
time
He's
if he
already-
gets traded this offseason.
Yeah,
LeBron
Doesn't
did the
matter.
same thing,
He's already
bro.
the greatest.
Everybody
yeah,
was
he's the
saying the
best
same
Blazer.
thing.
Now it's like, okay, I did my time. I tried. I gave it my all. Look at the numbers I racked. Look at the All Stars. Now it's the time for me to finally leave.
I would have left like
want
years
to.
ago.
Exactly. But what do we think? It's time, right?
so,
Like, what do you guys think?
Oh, of course it's time, but
Yeah.
it's like if he doesn't want to, like I respect that as well. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna say, "Damn, you're stupid for wanting to stay." He has a family there. You got to think about the other stuff outside of basketball. Like he developed a community there. He's
sure.
part of the community. He's like the city, one of the most beloved people in the city.
I agree.
So if you go somewhere else with another star, you're not going to be that person. You're going to be second fiddle. It's the same way that KD and Steph were in the Warriors. It was still Steph's team. Even though KD was putting up better numbers, at the end of the day, it's always going to be Steph.
why he left, yeah.
Exactly. So that you also got to think about that. He also said the comment, "The grass isn't always greener on the other side." And what if he bails, goes to a team, and they don't even win the championship?
Wouldn't be his fault.
But you feel stupid. It's like if I'm not going to win a chip, I might as well have stayed where I'm
I'd
loyal.
rather
to
be competing for a chip than be out of the plane. Like that's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's my thing. It's like it's
Dude,
not even
he's
about
just-
winning the chip.
Yeah.
It becomes a shame.
I checked his,
He becomes
he
sad.
He would be
like,
happy
to
if he
see
just gets to the second,
wasted talent.
third round. Like
I
it's
agree
like-
with you, but
Yeah.
he's wasting. Like he's not even getting. You want to see your stars get as many games in a year as possible, and that includes going to the playoffs. Like you don't want to see your stars only get to the 82 and never.
Dude,
never
he's
see
third
them
in scoring right now.
no, I
32 or yeah,
32.2.
I
right?
agree with you.
And it doesn't matter.
This season has been terrible, but largely,
Sucks.
like for the majority of the Blazers' career, he's been at least a playoff team. This season is
There's some
different.
seasons
That's
he's
why
like
it's a
low.
bigger
Yeah.
conversation.
He's been all through the playoffs.
It's been bad ever
Good
since
high,
CJ
good
left.
low.
Like at the end of the CJ era, I think when they should have
After Aldridge,
Yeah, like,
after they made the
No, I
Western
think
Conference.
CJ they had
CJ,
some-
okay, yeah. See,
they
up
had
until the
runs.
CJ thing,
Made
yeah.
it to the conference finals.
That's what I'm saying. Like with Aldridge, yeah. But
Hey man.
hey, man.
They were
Exactly.
in all those games too. Like they just
Yeah.
blew the lead.
But they didn't have KD. That's kind of bad to lose.
It would just be a
Yeah.
shame for him to stay there, though. I
it
think
would suck
if
for
they don't
NBA
build a
fans,
great
but
It would
team.
suck for
for him
NBA fans.
personally,
For sure, and
So
that's
what-
a different story, like
Yeah.
you said. Like, there's a lot of like personal reasons as to why he would want to stay there. And
Yeah.
So if you're in
Correct.
Dame's shoes, what season would you like say I'll request a trade out of 11?
I would say this next season if they don't
12. The next season.
So you would have stayed all 11
How long has
seasons?
CJ been gone? 2
probably
years,
because
Huh?
How long has
yeah,
CJ
2
been
years.
gone?
It's just,
Yeah.
this is
Yeah,
second
After
year.
this,
Year
this
and a
would
half,
be
yeah.
like after
Because they're gonna have a
CJ's
lottery
gone.
pick. They're gonna have a lottery pick.
Yeah, like-
They can trade like Simons for like more of a big or guard player.
Please.
If you're gonna trade
Please.
CJ and bank everything on Simons, I think you'd wait.
No, because then you could
push.
put Sharpen at the 2 guard, and he's a bit bigger. The thing is with Simons and Dame, they're too similar to be in the backcourt together. Like they're
No,
both
they
shit
should work
defensively. They ball dominant, good shooters. So you can flip Anthony with his a bigger contract for a player that's more compatible with your team.
You think they win now with Shaedon Sharp? I mean, obviously he's better than Simons, but I mean,
No, I'm just
it's not
saying
a better
Anthony Simons is
situation.
the only player you have that can get you any type of value. Like you can't trade Nurkic
Jeremiah.
for shit. No, but he's a free agent.
Oh.
They have to re-sign him, and then you can't trade him with that first year of the
Yeah.
re-sign. So
That'd be a sign and trade.
yeah, that they could do that, but I think he fits well with what they do. I think they try to keep him. I think they need.
I'm him. I'm leaving.
Yeah,
Okay.
that too. He could just leave. He could just say, "I don't want to be here."
He's up now, like.
But they can offer him the most money, so maybe he just want the bag or whatever. But
Fam, so you stay all 11 seasons. This would be the perfect time for you to leave.
that's what I'm saying though. So they got a lottery pick coming in. They got Shaedon developing. I think he's going to be a really good player. I think he's going to be like significant jump next season because I liked what I seen from him, especially the potential he has defensively. Like with the athleticism, Anthony doesn't
Big as
have
hell,
that.
too, bro.
Yeah,
Or the season where McCollum left because your Robin's gone, so it's like why
They traded
stay?
him too.
Yeah, so like that's what you said. The perfect time to leave. They got rid of McCollum. All right, I'm out too. Like
You're-
that's my
you would
dog.
be-
Like,
Think about
They were
that
trying
is-
they traded him to try to build
Exactly,
around Dame.
exactly.
So it's like you gotta
yeah,
at least give
but
it
I'm saying
a
if you're
chance,
Dame,
like
like
refresh.
years, like.
then that's what I'm saying.
No,
These are the
yeah.
couple
Can't keep
years,
up
and they
with
haven't
yeah,
done
the couple
shit.
years went
That's
up.
what I'm saying. After this season, not making a play in is insane.
You're gonna get a
I'm
lottery pick too. You're gonna get a top like 10 pick, so you get to add one of the best college players on top of this core. You can trade Simon, sign and trade Jeremy.
Still won't be enough in my opinion.
It might not, but they
They're not
have
getting-
some type of assets now that they can use to improve the team. If it doesn't work this season, like Omari said, then it's the time to go. If they can't do anything with a lottery pick, Anthony Simons contract, Jeremy Grant potentially sign and trade, you got Sharp. You're not trading him, but he's going to be stepping into a larger role. If you can't do anything with that, then I agree with Omari. It's time to call it.
I just think the Western Conference is way too strong.
It's like